Well, hello, everyone. It's Friday. It's December 20th, and everyone's on holiday, or it appears everyone's on holiday. Everything's really slow around here. Matter of fact, tomorrow morning, today's the last day of school for my kids before the holidays start. So we're going to Miami for the weekend. So I'm really looking forward to it. One of the reasons I'm looking forward to it is I was promised warm weather when I left California and was going to Florida, but I didn't realize that Jacksonville, which is all the way on top, is not as warm as Miami. I always thought they were very similar. But the weather here is actually very similar to Los Angeles, extremely similar in terms of temperature, not humidity, but temperature. But in Miami, it's always hot. So my wife says it's going to be about 78, 80 degrees there. It's barely 60 here, but I don't do well in cold weather. I get cold real easy. I don't have a lot to warm me up. All right, let's talk about the market. I wanted to do today's report a little later. I wanted to wait for the GDP to come out. This is the quarterly estimated growth of our economy, and 75% of it, 70 to 80%. So don't quote me on the 75%. It could be anywhere from 73% to 77%. But a huge portion of our economy is made up from retail sales. So this is telling us that retail sales is going really well, and that's because unemployment rates are at a 50-year low. So we are on the upper edge of the scale. The consensus was 1.9 to 2.1. I was actually expecting 2. Anything above 2, that was our growth, our target rate last couple of years. But 2.1 is good. This is really positive. Problem I have with it is, theoretically, this should cause upside in the stock market. The problem with that theory is the stock market is diverging, as I explained yesterday. Let me just show you this. Downslope and upslope here. So that's not positive. That's divergence, and we're overbought, to add insult to injury. And as I mentioned yesterday, 85 or 86. Well, let's take a look. You guys got to see this, because this is really scary. And again, everything I'm talking about is short term. I'm not talking about a major downside coming. I'm just talking about a minor correction. This is the 50-day moving average. This is the percentage of stocks in the NASDAQ 100 top tech stocks that are trading above the 50-day moving average. And as I explained the other day, we are in nosebleed territories, and we're actually starting to come off a little bit, which is telling me the market's going to cool off. Not a big cool off, not a major cool off. Let me give you a good understanding of where I'm looking for the cool off to happen. I'm just looking for us to, let me go back to candlesticks. I know you guys love candlesticks. I'm just looking for a pullback to the 50-day line, maybe a little bit lower, 3,040, 3,050. Maybe 3,100 area, but somewhere right around there. All right, that's what I'm looking for. Bond market's not looking really good right now. If the stocks come off, bonds will rally. We're not seeing anything that would make bonds rally, but I'll tell you one thing that would make bonds rally. If things with China go bad, it wouldn't be pretty. Bonds would make a move. Bottom line is this. This is a descending triangle, and I purposely wanted you to see a weekly time frame. This thing looks like it's going to break to the downside. And this is in light of the Fed. In light of the fact that the Fed already lowered rates 3 times, they just can't keep interest rates low. Long-term interest rates are ready to go up. And if I reduce this to a daily chart, you will see it doesn't look any better. It looks like we're going to break down. We may congest a little more around here between 141 and 134 on the TLT, which is the long-term bond. But bottom line is we're breaking down. And that means if we break down on bonds, typically when bonds go down, interest rates go up. When interest rates go up, stocks go down. And again, I'm not expecting a major correction, but we're overdue for a minor pullback. So we still have sector fragmentation. Remember, consumer discretionary was all the way down here a few weeks ago, and I said technology and consumer discretionary are going to narrow out. Well, consumer discretionary is doing it, but now I'm expecting technology to cool off a little bit and for them to come together. That'll happen when markets cool off. Now, it's Friday, and you know what Friday means. Friday, I give you my top 4 stocks. Actually, my top 3 stocks, but I'm going to make an exception, give you my top 4 stocks. Now, a month ago or about 3 weeks ago, I told you that this stock, Qorvo, was my top stock. And guess what remains the top stock? Folks, just because stocks are going up doesn't mean they're going to stop going up. Don't try to time momentum stocks. With that said, the overall market is expecting a pullback. So it wouldn't be unheard for this stock to go down to about 100 and then pull back up again. These things don't go up parabolically. And most stocks are overbought right now. But with that said, these stocks are beasts. These 3 stocks or 4 stocks are, I wanted to give you another one because this one's been on my list now for a month, and it remains the top stock. The point here is when stocks go on my CSI scan, they remain there. They don't just go there for a week. Sometimes they'll remain there for a year. Amazon, Nvidia last year. So my CSI scan is really, really valuable. AMD, top stock. I think this might have been a top stock last week too. Remains top stock and one of the biggest gainers of the last several years if you look at value. Skyworks Solutions, top stock. And lastly, Nvidia. And I believe Qorvo and AMD possibly were on the list last week. So I wanted to mix it up, give you some more. But Nvidia, Skyworks, AMD, Qorvo are my top stocks. Now, I'm not telling you to jump in and buy these stocks. More likely than not, they're going to pull back with the rest of the market. Major pullback? No, just a minor pullback. Now, I've got something important for you. It's Friday. I put together a training on one of my favorite indicators. I mean, this trading indicator doesn't do the past. See, when you look at a moving average, let me show you something. When you're looking at a moving average, for example, it's lagging. It lags. See, it only goes up to here. It lags behind price. So it's easy to find indicators that tell you already what happened. All right. Now, how about I talk about an indicator that predicts what will happen in the future? And what if I tell you this? It's included in every technical analysis software you use, your broker software, barchart.com has it. It's all there. But you got to learn how to use it. This indicator will increase your win rate, will decrease your losers, will give you a higher profit for loss ratio. It's a great indicator. And most importantly, it's not lagging. Lagging indicators we use to determine which direction markets are going because they're lagging, but they give us a good trend. Like this indicator. Leading indicators are used for entry and exit. They actually help us figure out what the market will do or the stock or the futures or the commodity will do next. So again, check this out. It's really, really cool. It's an indicator to help you figure out what the stock or whatever asset you're trading will do next. And again, you don't have to buy it. You already have it. It's available right here. Bar chart, any trading software has it. So you know what to do. Click the link below. Follow the link below. Learn all about it. And I'll tell my guys to start posting these links on YouTube because I know a lot of you watch these videos on YouTube and Facebook. So I'll let them know to post the links there because you guys aren't getting a link if you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook. Folks, if you're enjoying these videos, send me an email, support@marketgeeks.com, or comment on the YouTube channel, the Market Geeks YouTube channel, or the Wealth Press Facebook channel. We're posting them there in the morning before the opening bell. Talk to you soon. Follow this link. Learn about this cool indicator that you already have, but you're not using the right way. Talk to you soon. Have a great weekend. Talk to you next week.